my dad's. I was thinking of the one we put down on the concrete floor in the garage when we had our lessons. Terrific. By the way, your pay will be £5 a week. A fortune. I was ecstatic. I'm actually going to be paid to swim, and my tap lessons are paying off. I thanked Johnny and floated home on a cloud, dying to tell my parents about my new venture. But we're going to Germany for the summer, my mother protested. Don't you remember? Daddy and Uncle are headlining the bill at the Deutsches Theater in Munich. You can't stay in England all by yourself. We'll be gone 3 months. I hadn't forgotten. My dad and his brother Raphael were in show business. They did a comedy act called The Jovers. They'd received an offer for the show and had agreed to take it. Because Germany didn't allow any of its currency to leave the country, Uncle Raphael and my dad decided they'd take their families and spend all the money having a wonderful vacation. I was determined to join the water show. The excitement of getting my first job was no match for the alternative. Spending the summer with my siblings and cousins, all younger than I. My mind was made up, and I was determined not to be swayed. I know you're going to Germany, but I really want this job. I've already agreed to take it. My fingers were crossed. I knew when it came right down to it, my parents would have the last word. Well, tell us more about it. Who are these people? What will you be doing? And where will you work? Well, at least that wasn't a direct no. I explained we would tour England and Scotland, performing in outdoor swimming pools. There'll be 3 divers, Johnny, Peter Beveridge, the other co-owner, and Buff Orr. There's Larry Griswold, who does a comedy trampoline act, a kayak champion, and we 7 girls. Yes, but what will you be doing? I'm going to be an aquabelle. I'll do synchronized swimming. We'll perform a hula dance on a grass-covered float in the middle of the pool, and another dance when we dress up as penguins. We'll also do some modeling of bathing suits. And feeling that I was perhaps pushing things a little, I added, Is it all right if I take the tap mat? What on earth for? Well, when they knew I could tap dance, they asked me to do a solo. I can put the mat down on the side of the pool. I could see my parents were a little taken aback by this 16-year-old who was suddenly showing independence. I almost screamed for joy when my dad said, You can take the mat, but I want to come and see your work. I want to meet everybody and see for myself what you're getting into. I'll help you with your solo. We won't make it any longer than 2 minutes. That's long enough. Always leave them wanting more. Have you thought about what music you'll use? You know there won't be any musicians. You'll have to get a record they can play. Oops. I was so excited that I'd given no thought to mere details. I was grateful for my dad's acceptance of my new venture and his offer to help. I couldn't have had a better mentor. He'd been in show business all his life, starting in Spain in the family circus. His experience and attention to details were invaluable to me. What you'll have to look for is a 78 RPM record with an orchestral arrangement with the right tempo, ample introduction time for you to reach the mat, 2 minutes for the routine, and a finish that ends the same time you do, he said. It sounded like a big order. For the next 2 days, I scoured music shops for the perfect record. Big bands were in vogue then, so there were many choices. I finally settled on a jazzy arrangement by Stanley Black of Tea for Two. It had a nice lilting beat to it, something I could dance to. The trouble was that it was too long. I'd have to ask someone to pick up the needle after 2 choruses. In my youthful zeal, I hadn't considered the possibility of human failure in this endeavor. Time would reveal this to be true again and again. With my dad's help,